first question here. Eric in the second row.
Hey, Chris. You guys haven't shot the ball particularly well in this series, but you've also found a way to have way more possessions than the Suns. That means no turnovers. That means a lot of offensive rebounds. What has that focus kind of been like for you to find those other advantages, even if you aren't shooting the ball well?
It's been a huge emphasis for us this whole playoff run, even throughout the season is, crashing the boards a little bit more on the offensive end, definitely limiting our turnovers. We got to give ourselves a shot. But as far as knocking out shots, I think we'll make our lives a lot easier. We can knock down a couple more shots, but as long as we're doing those other things, it's still going to give us a chance to win.
You've been with Giannis obviously forever now. It always feels like there's certain nights where the wall is really built well, and he's going to be leaning on you and leaning on all of his teammates to make shots. Just what goes through your mind on those nights? Is it like, okay, I'm going to have to look for my shot a little bit more, or I know they're helping on that pick and roll, he's not going to be there on the roll? Like, what kind of goes through your mind?
Just being ready for any situation. Sometimes it's, like you said, sometimes the wall is, strong where, he has to make that pass out. Sometimes he's able to break through it. But either way, he does a great job of finding that balance and keeping the defense honest, whether, it's with his playmaking or aggressiveness going to the basket. I think he's been great at that. And like I said, we just got to be ready for him when he kicks it out, be able to keep the defense honest, and if not, just keep moving, driving it.
We'll go to Kevin over on Zoom. Darius has got a question.
Darius Joshua, WDJ-TV, yep. CBS.
How you doing, Chris? Getting ready for the show here, so ignore the hot caller here. But you talked about earlier in the series, you talked about your inability to kind of find that rhythm on the road here in Phoenix. Is there something you see on film? Is it just kind of spots you're taking shots from? Kind of if you think you found an answer, maybe to potentially kind of get you off to the right start here at Game 5 on Saturday?
No, not really. All the shots I think I've taken, we've all taken have been, pretty good looks. We just got to knock them down. It's as simple as that.
Martenzie Johnson, the undefeated.
Hi, Chris. Giannis has been called for the most charges over the last couple of years, but it seems like he's doing something differently this season where he's not getting as many called on him. From as a teammate, what have you seen differently from how he attacks the paint that he's not getting called for those charges anymore?
Just learning, not trying to force his way through a crowd with that wall that I was just speaking about. It's keeping the defense honest where, they can't always load up on him because now they know he will pass it, he will kick it to his other teammates, other guys to allow them to play some. So they can't really load up on him as much as they used to, knowing that he's just going to try to barrel his way through the rim.
Kostas Katevas, Cosmo TV in Greece.
Hello, Chris. Hello from Athens. Lights are on you after your amazing performance of the previous games. So how have you prepared mentally right now for the first break that obviously you need to get so you can go back to Milwaukee and end the series?
Same focus, same intent. We've been having this whole run. Stay locked in, play the right way, compete, play as hard as we can. That's it.
Eric, in here in the room?
I remember earlier in the year when you guys first put in the new offense, and it didn't really feel like you guys ever found anyone in the dunker. Like that pass was just like not one that you guys could find. Now you do it all the time. Just kind of what does it mean to you to see like that progress that like, hey, we put this offense in for a reason, and now on the biggest stage, like it's working.
Yeah. Early in the season, like you said, we really weren't finding that guy at all because he was forgotten at times. We never seen that person down there really for a couple of years. So the more you watch film, the more you play, the more you get an understanding of the offense, the better you become at it. That's what happened throughout the year. We continue to grow as a team with that spot in our new spacing.
Sam?
Chris, the choice to play for the national team was already pretty unorthodox in terms of the turnaround. Now, obviously, some of the struggles happening with that group. Your head is here, but does it put you in a tricky place when all of a sudden, they're looking at the guys in this series and without, you guys, they're in a very tough spot. I think they're down to 6 folks right now. Just how do you address that, if at all, or you just got to keep it on the side until this thing is done?
Right now, I keep it on the side. I'm still fully committed. It's unfortunate some of the things that's happened. But as far as myself, where my head at, where my focus at, still the same as far as USA basketball.
Is it just as a person, not even a basketball player, is it, the whole world's got fatigue with COVID. And so now all of a sudden you got upticks, you got these kinds of concerns when people thought we were coming out of it a little bit, disheartening a little bit, especially when you were looking at this opportunity?
Yeah, it's definitely concerning, a little disappointing as far as, the pandemic coming back up again with the cases rising. Usually happen over here. So we all just got to find a way to stay safe and be careful with it all.
One final question on Zoom.
Leonardo Torres, El Comercio in Peru.
Hi, Chris. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. Chris, on the last game, you had 22 assists and only 5 turnovers. Is that the kind of offensive effort you want on the team for the rest of the series?
For sure. Moving the ball has been a big emphasis, these last couple of games is, playing through their shifts, their helps, and driving and kicking a little bit more. Keeping our turnovers down is, it's huge for us. Getting a shot up every offensive possession is huge, knowing the way we haven't been shooting the ball as well as we wanted. But, as long as we get up a shot, it gives us, a good chance to score points.
Thank you, Chris.